Deep inside the belly of the Titan Cronus, the youngest son took a blade and cut his way out. He sliced his father open to liberate the siblings who had been swallowed alive. This brutal extraction ignited the Titanomachy. For 10 punishing years, the new gods waged war against the old, until they decimated the ancient Titan rulers. As the dust settled over the broken cosmos, the victors realized they had a new problem. The universe no longer had a ruler. By the ancient laws of succession, the crown belonged to Hades. He was the eldest brother, the stoic survivor, and the one with the undisputed birthright to the throne. But Zeus had led the charge in the war. He had tasted command and wielded the destructive force of the lightning bolt. Kneeling to an older sibling was a concession he refused to make. Rather than step aside, Zeus proposed a game. He suggested they draw lots and let fate decide who would take the sky, the sea, and the underworld. It was a calculated political maneuver designed to bypass the law of the cosmos. This liberation war concluded as a calculated political carve-up, with Zeus splitting the cosmos among 3 rivals like spoils of war. The drawing of lots banished Hades to the underworld. Here he exercises absolute, inescapable control over the souls of the dead. Hades acts as the enforcer of cosmic physics, ensuring that the boundary between life and death remains absolute and unyielding. Poseidon drew the sea. Where Hades represents grim certainty, Poseidon embodies the wild, untamable chaos of nature. He commands earthquakes and churns the oceans to create storms capable of washing away entire civilizations in a single afternoon. Yet, despite this massive capacity for destruction, he keeps to himself. He spends his eons isolated in the depths, preferring the quiet company of oceanic monsters over the relentless politics of Mount Olympus. The eldest brothers possess overwhelming, devastating forces. But by retreating to their remote kingdoms of death and natural disaster, they effectively removed themselves from the active, daily governance of the universe. That left Zeus with the sky, positioning him as the supreme patriarch and active CEO of the Olympian Circle. This slide detailing Hesiod's timeline shows exactly how he secured this position, forcing his father to regurgitate his siblings. The analysis panel notes Hesiod uses Zeus as a symbol of properly wielded power, contrasting organized rule with savage tyranny. To maintain this civilized structure, he weaponizes the sky. He uses his lightning bolt for targeted, precise punishments to keep both mortals and divine beings strictly in line. But the authority is largely a facade over intense family dysfunction. He sits at the head of a table surrounded by enemies, including a resentful Queen Hera plotting in the shadows, and an alienated Poseidon who secretly despises him. Zeus reigns as the supreme manager of an extremely powerful and treacherous family. His daily labor spent policing the very gods who resent his authority. When you place the raw, unthinking force of Poseidon next to the inescapable finality of Hades, it forces a question about the nature of divine power. This chart illustrates the divine hierarchy as outlined in Greek theology. While powerful gods like Apollo and Poseidon are classified as omniscient, or all-knowing, Zeus sits alone at the top as the only deity recognized as truly omnipotent, or all-powerful. He legitimized this status by facing Typhon, a fire-breathing reptilian horror with 100 heads. Typhon was the ultimate child of chaos, sent by Gaia to destroy the new order. By slaying this monster, Zeus transitioned from a simple warlord to the shield of the universe. The Greeks viewed Typhon's fall as the death of chaos. His defeat signaled that the era of raw, monstrous savagery had been replaced by a universe governed by structured civilization and law. This makes Zeus the definitive victor. He understood that true power is the construction of an unbreakable political hierarchy that forces everyone else to play by your rules. Through a combination of raw physical strength and calculating political strategy, he engineered a system where he alone holds the ultimate authority. But his reign is built entirely on the theft of his older brother's birthright. So, does Zeus actually deserve the crown, or is Hades the true king of the cosmos? Tell us your verdict in the comments.